haven't got an animal to cart it for you. Now, some people say, well, what you need is skills. The more skills you have, then the less equipment you need. But they seem to be forgetting one important thing, and that is quality of life. Nobody wants to go out in the bush and live the life of a caveman. And that is the difference between carrying the right equipment and not carrying the right equipment. It's the quality of life. It's the ease at which you are able to live. And there has to be a compromise between minimum weight and maximum self-reliability. And that, of course, again, is an individual choice. You don't want to be carrying much weight, even if you are strong enough to carry it. Is there any point? The items you carry need to be items that matter, that count, items that you're really going to need. Now, for instance, take Daniel Boone. At one stage he said he was left in the wilderness without bread, sugar or salt. Now, he wouldn't have mentioned those three items unless those items were important to him. So it's worth thinking about. These items affected his quality of life. He was feeling really down. He wasn't feeling happy at all. He'd been left there on his own in the wilderness. He had his gun, he had his pack, whilst his brother went back for horses and more equipment. And what mattered to him most was the salt, the sugar and the bread that he didn't have. So think about that when you're packing. Yes, there is a need for certain items in your pack that will make life easier for you when you're out there. It's not just a matter of having the skills. The skills are good. And woodsmen would have had many skills, but there again it was an individual thing. Some woodsmen would have had more skills than others. So that's something to think about. When you're packing your pack, make sure that the stuff you put in there is important to you. It is for your survival, but it is not just for your survival, it is for your quality of life. Okay? You can make bone needles out there if you want to do your sewing, and you can make thread. But is there any point? Because once you've made a bone needle and you've made the thread, you're not going to want to throw it away. You're going to carry it with you. So why don't you get it in the first place before you leave? And why don't you get a metal needle and some linen thread? Do you see my point? There are certain items that will make life easier for you when you're out there. And that's what you have to think about when you're packing your gear. Okay, I think that's all I have to say for today. Thanks for watching.